Drinks. Tea bags. And then tea, glorious tea. That teapot is rather hot. As always. Ow! Time never stopped me from drinking a beer, says Pussy, of course. Pretty sure you'll get cores in Indochina and Malaysia when you attack Germany. That's true. Yeah, when I go toward Germany, then we can indeed take those. Although an empowered Germany after losing to the Internationale wouldn't be great. But I'm pretty sure the Internationale can wear them down for a fair bit. Alright, so it is 39. I'm just going to wait until 40 before we get our next technologies. They are trying to attack us in a couple of locations. Not particularly effectively. And I'm going to assume that their navy sucks. Yeah, they don't even have a navy. So I could totally do naval invasions. So one thing I need to make sure that I do have is the potential to do naval invasion. So 1940, I might actually research that as a matter of some haste in order to do that. And also, why are you just not guarding this point? In fact, no, hold, just stay where you are. So let's just go ahead and entrench everywhere. People are still moving around, but that's mostly because these guys are moving into position. How are we doing for equipment? Not great. Alright, railways are being finished. Let's continue with that. And make sure that we are building where the infrastructure is good. Siam. Yes. Isan. Yes. Lana. Not so much, but I suspect that Lana will be next. We actually have potential for quite a lot of industry, which is pretty nice. And also, we seem to have a lot of air experience. How the hell have we got that much? It's because we have an air force. That would explain a lot. Let's go and stick you in Burma then. Because I'm also going to suspect that they don't have an air force. They have probably got more planes than I do, actually. There is always time for tea. Precisely. The UOB didn't abuse the fact it starts with battlecruiser 2s. No, I don't think the AI does, because they just have a real thing about building destroyers and other stupid ships. Submarines. Right, you could be upgraded. My efficiency is ridiculously high for 1939. I'm appreciating this. In fact, yeah, we're getting plus 25% from ministers and stuff. This is really making me think that we should have gone dispersed, because dispersed industry means that we recover efficiency faster. Well, we retain it if we switch production. And one of these does mean, yeah, that one's the growth. I mean, is it possible to go over 100 efficiency? Because we could very easily do that. So we're only, what, 15% away? 10% of which would come from this. So we would get to 95% on concentrated. So is it possible to go over 100? It's not something I often have a problem with. In fact, that would bring me to 105 with these two. I'd forgotten that these are efficiency caps. I thought they were just straight output. That's the output. So yeah, we can get to 105% efficiency as it stands. So is it possible to go over 100? Because if it is, then I might well go dispersed. Just switch over. Convert to Nightbotism. All hail the gods, Nightbot. The industry research changes have been toned down. Now condensed industry gives 5% more factory output. It's just better. Is there going to be any 7 days? Yes, there is at 7 o'clock. So basically, straight after this stream finishes, we'll be switching to 7 days. So I really hope my voice holds out. Though I don't tend to speak quite as much in 7 days, thankfully. So everyone else will have to do that for me. That's still going to be a Patreon game. So if you're a patron of Hoskal or higher, you are welcome to join us. Austro-Hungarian Empire took 8 states. Greece was next. And Serbia's capitulated. That's not good. I thought they were actually standing a good chance of winning here. But apparently I was wrong. Oh, they didn't capitulate. They just made a truce with them. So the war is over, but Greece did fall. And has now become the Hellenic Republic. And... no, the Germans are still pushing out. Although they've made a boo-boo here. And just got completely cut off. Big attack up here. And in fact, this is almost secure. If they can take that one province, then this is a secure port. And secure ports, of course, are important because it means that the enemy can push you out. Can't push you out as easily. Because as reinforcements come in, they're not immediately just going to be locked on zero organization. They can actually recover before being sent to the actual front line. And that is extremely important. Okay, so we have another factory. Where do we want to apply it? I'm going to go with some more support equipment, just because that is such a shortage right now. And I really want to be promoting more of these units. I could also probably do with more artillery. I'm somewhat surprised by the lack of reinforcements from my allies, though. Also, we just lose a spot down here. Why is that not expanding? Huh? Oh, it's because there's a bloody one tiny... oh, I hate that. Right, you three. New front line, because apparently there is actually a wasteland right there. It's freaking tiny and hidden by trees. Oh, that sucks. No, don't go into the... I've always wondered how you pronounce names of places so well. That depends on where the places are. Like, if it's Germanic, then I usually don't struggle too much. If it's French, I don't struggle too much. Just because I know of the French names and the German names. If it's somewhere in, like, Siam, though, I'm like... like, how does one pronounce this? Krongthep Mahanakton? I have absolutely no frame of reference. The tea shall save your voice. I would hope so. I would really hope so. They're actually struggling from some strength problems. How many factories do you have? 19, 22 to 25, 7 to 22. So we're roughly the same, but I'm going to assume that my infrastructure is a lot stronger than theirs, so I can build up faster. Alright, and it is now the 12th of January. I can now get a 1940 tech, which is, of course, going to be more science! Have I ever pronounced the real full name of Bangkok? I did. That was done in the last stream. Someone challenged me to this, and I did. Whether it was, like, properly done, I don't know. Why have you got 22 units there? All suffering attrition of some kind, though it's not actually going to tell me how much. 30% attrition. Ah, now you're attacking. And you're going to try and cut me off here. Let's go and send you to reinforce. Well, not exactly cut off, but they're certainly going to try and punch through there. Yeah, I really need to upgrade some of the crappy troops to somewhat decent. How much would it cost to upgrade you? We have nowhere near enough support equipment, but we have enough of everything else. Well, how about I upgrade you to that one, which is artillery? Oh yeah, we can do that. Let's go with 4 of you. I mean, it's going to require a bunch of retraining, unfortunately. About 6. But these are just so much stronger. I think we'll go with 6. How are the t-shirts coming along? It's been like top of my list of things to do for quite a while, and one of these days I'll get around to it. Just haven't yet. We're sending you to reinforce there, and then hopefully all of these units will be able to hold this line more effectively. They're starting to pull troops away. They've kind of gone, we've lost our opportunity here. Let's go and add. There's still only 3 of you. I'll add you to that line. Don't stop. Keep moving. Are they attacking anywhere else? No. What are the losses looking like? We've lost 4,000, they've lost 5,000. This has actually been a very, very low intensity war so far. Although our production is now definitely ramping up, so I'm sure that we can outproduce them. Pour that one division in the south, losing to the other side of the river. I want to hold the river though. I mean, yes, that's a good idea, but despite this number, I'm fairly confident of actually holding on to this. More factories. What am I really short on? Support equipment and artillery. I'm going to do another one on artillery. I mean, my efficiencies are still super duper low because I've only just recovered my industry. So it's going to take a while to build up. But as it does, I mean, we're actually in a really strong position at the moment. More attrition for them, more defense for you. Yeah, I know. But I don't like the idea of losing land. For no other reason than that. And you, I'm going to, in the midst of battle, where it's entirely safe to do so, upgrade you. So you actually have some more firepower to use. Were the Allies called into the war? No, of course they weren't. Yes, I totally should. I might wait until they've dealt with Tibet, though. Because they're going to screw up my infrastructure here. Like, if it looks like we're starting to lose, then I might do that. I also want to be greedy and take all that land for myself. Austro-Hungarian Empire declared war on the Italian Federation? I don't think I've ever seen them do that before. Huh, that's interesting. So the Dutch are actually holding out, and they are, unfortunately, socialist Dutch. So really this is North Belgium right now. What are both of our manpower laws? My manpower law is actually relatively high. Limited. Actually, it's not. And they have volunteer. And their manpower is currently 1.5 million, probably, to my 425,000. But I'm fairly confident that I can whittle them down, because the more that they attack me like this, the more equipment they lose, and it's equipment that's going to be critical in this war. And I'm simply just going to be outsupplied compared to them. Fucking India, man. I'm surprised that Siam has such a low population. I was honestly thinking that Siam would have higher. But they don't. Their total population is 18 million. 14 million of non-core. How's the planning preparation? It's actually decent-ish. You've still not been fully supplied yet. Is that because we're actually legit low on stuff? Oh, we are. And we can modify our government again. At this point, I should probably get a chief of staff. We have commandos! And I know from Mongolia how good commandos are. Somalia, even. I was totally playing Somalia. Oh, fire support for more artillery, but... Oh man, commandos, especially as I'm fighting in the mountains. And I'm kind of expecting to be using a lot of marines later on. We don't want mass combat, that's not going to work. We don't want maneuver because we're not actually using tanks. Defense wouldn't be terrible, but I think it's too late for that because we're not going to have the time to build anything. So it's really a question of psychology or fire support or commandos. So the artillery is good because it's a straight blanket bonus to artillery attack and defense, and it gives a production cost reduction. Psychology is good because it increases organization, though if we're going to be fielding a lot of infantry anyway, organization's not that important. So this is between commandos and fire support. What skills do my generals have? Bearer of artillery. That's why I was going artillery. It's just literally because of Emperor Iton here. We're going to go artillery. We'll use the Somalia game to try out the commando. Because that combined with him, plus 30% artillery bonus, plus superior firepower, we can really lay down the hurt. Like, we can drain even a country like India of manpower. Like, if you want to see commandos used to their full extent, then check out the Somalia game I was doing. Because there I'm using commandos, and they are excellent. That is another game I need to continue at some point. At the moment, I'm just kind of working off what I've got the biggest backlog of videos for. This is a really weak tea. Why is this so weak? It just tastes really watery. It's had plenty of time to brew. Encryption. How do you know that that guy worked? How do you mean? Oh, because... right. Organisation didn't seem to go up at all. Wait, in the Somalia game, it did go up. It very definitely did go up. Particularly towards the end of the episode where I was getting like 80 organisation divisions. They were potent. It was only when I really started switching out the infantry for the commandos that you could see the difference. Anyway, we are currently getting mountain infantry. I am going to switch... Well, we're already getting artillery. We could get the improved artillery. Or we could get the support equipment. In fact, right now we probably want support weapons so we can get that defense up. Although we already have the plus 20% defense. Unfortunately, taking this place is going to be difficult. I just need more guns. I really, really need more guns. Get building, guys. Get building. And what focus am I getting at the moment? Southern Railway expansion. That's going to add a bunch more. And also more building slots. I don't remember that being a thing. Have they changed their focus? I feel like they've changed these. Or else I just didn't read them properly and realise just how powerful they are. Bunch of infrastructure and building slots? Yes, please. Oh, maybe that's why I'm able to industrialise so much. Maybe that has always been there. How much soft attack does a artillery battalion do now? Good question. Let's just have a look here. So currently, one soft attack will add 43 soft attack. I'm not even sure, and in fact I'm fairly sure that that does not include the bearer of artillery or the artillery bonus. In fact, the artillery bonus, was that a design company? Nope, that's just added. Because that's attack and defense, that is not firepower. Emperor Gabriel, what have I missed? You've missed us declaring war on Baratia, although it's been a fairly start-stop war so far. Alright, let's get the northern railway expansion going as well, so we can get all of that done. And in the meantime, let's queue up some more factories where our infrastructure is high. Although actually, we probably need to build up infrastructure some more. Although actually, there's not that much to build in these spots. So maybe we won't. Actually, hang on. It would be faster to do them here, because these are all at 90%. Oh, there's so many more factories. Haha! We're going to outproduce you, India! I'm wondering if we should launch some attacks, see what we can do. I'm also really tempted to pull these guys back and train you. Am I going to risk it? I'm going to risk it. We'll bring you back to here so I can throw you back onto the front line if I need to. You are a new army. We'll start training you. Our ideology has grown! Due to popular policies, one of our loyal ministers has managed to strengthen the ideology. Yes, absolutely. Go and boost that a little bit further. It's up to 76. If we can get that another 4%, then we'll be up very high. And we'll be absolutely political power galore. I mean, we're making 1.12 a day. And that's with getting a focus at the same time. Like, we're producing 2 a day. Man, once Siam's finished its civil war and got all the reforms and stuff in place, they are strong! Yeah, refresh your chat, Neon, if you can't see the chat. Just give it a go. Basic equipment artillery does 30 soft attack for comparison. Even the tier 2s? Because that's what I'm using. You do soft attack 32. So yes, Apparently the attack and defense bonuses do in fact increase the soft attack potential. Unless superior firepower does that, which it probably does. I think that one does. Yeah, plus 20% soft attack from that. And then once I've taken the shock and awe, that's going to go up even more. 5% more soft attack. 10% more soft attack. Like, shock and awe with artillery is just painful. Alright, we have another factory. What am I short on? Guns. Make me more guns! Preferably the big ones that go shooty shooty. Right, we need more steel as well, because that is going to be slowing down our production. I'm going to buy it from Japan, because they are now my buddies. Thanks, buddy. What odd is this? Neon, this is Kaiserreich, as always. I basically just do Kaiserreich. People are always asking me to do Road to 56 and various other ones. I'm just, there's so much to do in this. I think I'm going to bump this up to speed 4 though. It's a little bit slow at the moment. So once these guys are trained, I'm going to pull these 5 out and upgrade and train them as well. So hopefully we have the equipment surpluses available at that point to do so. Although actually, hang on. Upgrading some of these guys to the elites is going to save me some guns. Oh no, it actually increases the amount of manpower needed. We need 100 artillery. Okay, we can't do 3, but we can do 2. Yeah, reasonable. So we'll get 2 more of those. Marvellous. Bleed Russia of their manpower. I'm not even at war with Russia at the moment. I need to do India first. Emperor Marla Deluge was pretty good. Not as good as Kaiserreich, because they basically seem to have just taken the same focus template and applied it to all the different countries, just made it do slightly different things. While Kaiserreich has literally just gone, here's a unique one for every single nation in the world. Pretty much. And just the amount of content that adds, it's phenomenal. And I'm very curious to see what Kaiserreich does with all the new features when they release the next DLC. They're going to have fun with that. Like with the war weariness, or war support, whatever the hell they've called it. And then the new national unity capitulation mechanics. It's going to be interesting. What did I just research? I totally was reading that. Guns? No, it was the Mountaineers. I think I want to get the improved infantry equipment, though, so that we can increase our soft attack even further. Because what we clearly need is the ability to kill more Indians. And Bhutanese. India first? I thought it was America first. How have you not taken out Tibet yet? Guys! It's Tibet. It's like your entire alliance against Tibet. I mean, I get that Tibet are kind of hardcore, but still. How are you ever going to take out Russia if you can't beat Tibet? And how did you lose the Highlands? I mean, kudos for this. This is very effective, and in fact, you are now completely secure. So, Hull is apparently the origins of the demise of the Union of Britain. And considering how many times Britain's getting invaded, I think Britain's on its last legs. Oh, in fact, so is France. Yeah, France is not... It's not looking good for the Internationale. I don't usually see them losing so hard. Justification against our allies. Yeah, Russia. Russia's seeing the fact that we can't beat them and is now getting smashed. Neon. Don't know how many points this can buy you, but that many on me for your birthday. Thank you. Very much appreciate that. And I absolutely will be getting a couple of points. Why do people hate Hull? Have you been to Hull? I think that's my answer. Although there is a great joke in Blackadder Goes Forth, so Blackadder the 4th one, where they've captured a German spy and they're interrogating them. And they say, name the 2 great universities, out of Oxford, Cambridge and Hull, which of those are 2 of the great British universities? And the spy goes, well, obviously it's Cambridge and Hull. That's quite right. Oxford's a complete dump, says the general. And that's because they actually went to Oxford, the writers. I didn't tell it very well. Go look it up on YouTube. You'll find it there. Blackadder Great Universities or something like that. The Batavian commune has capitulated. Bye-bye, North Belgians. See, I can be nice to the Belgians sometimes, especially when the Dutch go communist. Right, what do we need now? We need probably just more guns. Rook Whitefang, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate that. And we could do some more upgrades. I think I'm actually going to say more artillery at this point. And I'm going to want one of you to upgrade as well to that. Just short on artillery, but that's totally fine. And then you guys, not you, can rejoin that front line. And 2 of you can join them. Although you don't actually need training right now, so hold on to that thought. And you, I guess, for the moment can join that until I'm ready to upgrade you. Once we have the equipment, we will do so. And all of this time, we are getting stronger and stronger. How many casualties have we inflicted? We've now inflicted 20,000 casualties. And Barati is already, like, a quarter towards capitulation.